about this whole scenario I do not understand. Number one, I don't like LPs. So why can I not stop playing this thing? It's so much fun to play. And number two, why in the right mind would someone return this guitar? I'm not an LP guy. I'm a Telly guy. Far from an LP. And this thing is absolutely fantastic out of the box. I even hate to admit it. That's how much I'm not an LP guy. I've played Gibson Les Pauls in the past in the bands I used to play with. The rhythm guitar player used to only play LPs. He used to give them to me all the time. I'm like, man, the hell is this? A boat anchor with strings? Like, who would want to play this? I used to absolutely hate those guitars. And I've never looked at them twice. I walk in music stores, I walk right past them. I never even give them a second thought. But this thing ended up here. This guitar had been returned here in Canada. WestCreek mentioned that they were sending me a guitar to examine. They wanted to know what was wrong with it so they could address any situation that comes up so it doesn't keep happening in the future. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't get it. I just don't get it. It's not like you're buying a $5,000 Gibson and then you realize, oh crap, my car payment's due at the end of the month. Oh, I have mortgage. I gotta buy groceries. I got a guitar payment. I better take this back. This is $339 Canadian. Just over $400 to your door. Yeah, we get dinged in taxes here big time in Canada. But, right? Like, if you can't afford $400 for something like this, it's not time to guitar shop. I don't care how bad the itch is. It's your priorities right now are putting food on the table, paying your bills, but like forget the $400 for a budget guitar. Maybe that's the case. I don't know, but this is crazy. Look at this thing. Look at the gold flake on that gold top. Oh my, it's absolutely flawless. And those gold knobs just tie everything in. The intonation's bang on, right out of the box. The action is killer on this. I wasn't getting any fret outs and I was bending like crazy. The nut is pretty darn well cut. Still has plastic on the truss rod cover. Still has plastic on the pickups. How much of a chance did whoever buy this give it? The WestCreek Underdog. Man, if I was a betting man, I would bet on the Underdog. Holy smokes. Look at the neck. Oh, there's not that big chunky block like a typical Gibson LP would have. Look at the curve. How you can just slide your hand up there. It's so effortless. It's crazy. And I like this little belly cut that they have going on here. Man, and look at the mahogany back on that thing. You'd be hard pressed to find a seam in that. I think there's one in the middle, but I'm not sure. What a specimen. Holy moly. This thing is fantastic. Rosewood fretboard. Pearloid inlays. Look at the inlay work on that. I don't know how they can put this out for that amount of money. If this said Epiphone on the headstock, it would be $950. Probably $1,100 out the door at a music store. No question. Now, is it nice and light? Nope, it's still a boat anchor with strings on it. It's heavy. It's coming in at 9 pounds on the luggage scale. 9 pounds. It's a heavy beast, man. Not for the faint of heart. You better get to the gym and start pumping iron to play this thing for 3 hours. Looking at $1,581 for the bridge. $819 at the neck. $5.39 in the middle. This thing sounded killer. Just through my little GP5 and a head rush speaker. Imagine what it would sound like in a Marshall stack with a 412 cab behind you pushing air. Honestly, I could care less about specs on a guitar. I hold it in my hands, I play it, it either feels good and it doesn't. And every guitar that feels good to me doesn't necessarily have the same specs. It's just something about the instrument as a whole that I just like. But I know some of you really like to know this stuff. So, they're sporting a 43 millimeter nut, 24.1 at the first fret with the strings on. At the 12th fret we get 26.5, 1.4, I think I moved that in my finger. 26.4, 26.5 at the 12th fret. We got a real Gibson toggle, full-size pots in there, El Nico pickups, traditional TOM bridge, 15-to-1 tuners, mahogany body, mahogany neck. I think it might be a maple top, I'm not sure. And binding all around the body and the neck. Extremely well done. I'm super impressed. Yeah, man, I don't know what else to tell you. Check balance with the guitar strap on. Wow. This thing doesn't move. Barely. And you know what? When it's on you, it doesn't feel like 9 pounds to me. It's not pulling on your shoulder. It kind of just sits where you want it. And then as soon as you rest your forearm on the back, everything comes back exactly where it was. Acoustically, action is 0.05 or 1.5 mil, and on the treble E we have 0.04 or 1.25. That's exactly where I would have it. Like if this was my guitar and I was setting it up, that's exactly where I would want my action. And let's just see here. Holy smokes, there's no movement. You fret the 3rd fret with your picking hand, and then you just press up and down at the 1st fret. See how much movement there is? There's no movement. It's sitting on that fret. A little bit of movement on the B. Tiny bit on the G. A little bit on the D. A little bit on the A. And a little bit more on the E. Just a smidge! But really? Pretty darn good. There's no buzzing open string. These strings are the original. And in fact, there's a kink in the E string right here. Now you won't be able to see it on camera, I'm sure. But if you run your fingers over it right here, you can feel it. There's a kink in it. And even with a kink, this thing played pretty good. That's crazy. That's it. Video's over. I don't know what to say. This thing is awesome, man. The WestCreek Underdog. Holy smokes. What an awesome take on an LP model. Anybody who likes the LPs isn't going to care about the weight. They're heavy. They're heavy guitars, man. In case you're wondering, yes, it does have a big volute at the back here for added strength. Well, that's good. Frets are pretty nice, actually. They're not highly polished, but they're not dull. You can see they reflect light. So, I don't know, man. I have no idea why something like this would have been returned. I have no clue. Like, I guess you're used to playing $10,000 instruments, because there's no difference between this and a $1,500 one. I'm not an LP guy, but I can guarantee you that. You can go into the store and buy a $1,500 brand name LP, or you can pick this up for $400, and both of them are going to be heavy. Both of them are going to need to be tweaked. One of them will take 2 payments to pay off, and one of them will take 10 to 12 payments to pay off. That's the only difference. Anyway, that's it for me, guys. Take care. God bless. I'll see you in the next one.